But he said, Rob, not only are you my pastor, but you're America's pastor. And I said, Charlie, if we were at a tabling event on a campus where you had the table said, prove me wrong, I'd win. And he looked at me with that sheepish grin that he always has. Doggone it if he wasn't right. I mean, I wasn't America's pastor 2 minutes ago, and I won't be after this, but for right now, he proved me wrong.
Charlie never disappointed. He met every challenge with optimism and grit. Today, I feel like Charlie is challenging us. Will we meet his challenge to fight for freedom, for family, for faith?
You know, a good thing is a thing that has being. An assassin is not a thing that has being. The assassin must give up his humanity to destroy something that has being. Charlie lives on. The assassin will die.
He felt that the only way to overcome that biological impulse was with a spiritual fire and with developing community. And the only way to develop community was through conversation. And so he always gave the biggest microphone to the people who were most passionately aligned against him.
He was taken from us by those who despise the virtues that actually made our civilization great to begin with: dialogue, truth-seeking, family, and faith.
So Charlie Kirk's funeral was held yesterday, and it was very powerful. The funeral was held at the State Farm Stadium, which holds up to 63,000 people. And the capacity that we ended up getting, New York Times actually posted, it was over 200. So we actually had an overflood. So we actually ended up going over 200,000 people. That is absolutely incredible. That over 200,000 people showed up to support not just Turning Point, but to be there in grieving, or support for the family, support for what they believe in. And it was, I mean, when you watch the video, if you haven't seen it, it's on YouTube. You can just see the mass of people that showed up. So it's really powerful. So the entire thing is 9 hours. So you might, depending on how much time you have. So I had to watch it in different quantities because I actually had to also work. So I watched like portions of it throughout the day. And it really is amazing because it's not your average funeral. It's so what we might take just a few hours to have like a visitation, and then maybe a pastor speak, and then maybe a few family members speak, and then you move on. This was bigger. I mean, it was a massive worship service. I mean, we had so many singers come on stage, and I absolutely love that, because if I know anyone would want their funeral to be like this, I know Charlie Kirk would have wanted his funeral to be like this. I mean, just worship, and worship. It just praise to God. And that was just, I mean, you watch it, and I mean, I found myself singing and worshiping in the middle of it, and I'm thinking, this is Turning Point. I mean, this is revival. This is incredible. So it was really amazing. So, I mean, it did touch me. Like, I cried a few times. But ultimately, it like I said, it's not your average funeral. So, and like I said, it is 9 hours. So you might have to like fast forward if you're not wanting to watch the entire thing, which later, when you have most of the speakers that came up to speak, you had starting, like his pastor, like Pastor Rob McCoy, you have Rebecca Dunn, chair executives that he worked with, close friends. You had Ben Carson show up. So along with a long list of people that spoke, this did also include Hillsdale College, Larry Arnn, and he is the founder and president and chair of Hillsdale College, he actually honored Charlie Kirk with giving a honorary scholarship under Charlie Kirk. I absolutely thought that was beautiful, and he's actually my professor right now. I'm actually at Hillsdale myself, so that was incredible to see him up there and give that honorary scholarship. And Erica actually didn't know about it, so when he was up there sharing that, that was her first time knowing anything about it. So there was just a lot to it. Like I said, it's 9 hours. A lot of people had to speak, condensed whatever they had to say, kind of get on, get off. But each person really had absolutely touching things to say. But there was a portion of Erica's speech that I really just thought that was kind of important for me to share. I think all of us kind of need to reflect on this, as we continue to pray, not just for all of us as a community, but, as she's grieving. But I think how she managed to put her words together is absolutely incredible. But I have a snippet of her speech that I want to look at. So let's take a look at it.
Assassination, we didn't see violence. We didn't see rioting. We didn't see revolution. Instead, we saw what my husband always prayed he would see in this country. We saw revival. More than anything, Charlie wanted to do not his will, but God's will. And over these past 11 days, through all the pain, never before have I found as much comfort as I now do in the words of our Lord.
We did not see violence. We did not see any rioting. Guys, that is so crucial and important to hone in on. Erica's entire speech is absolutely elegant and beautiful, but there are 2 points that I really want to hit on, and this being the first one. Guys, the Christian community, we get a lot of attacks, and it comes with the territory of being a Christian and speaking out against worldly stuff. It comes with the territory of standing up for Christ. It's going to happen. So expect it to happen. We are going to be persecuted. But in this case, Erica made it a point to remind us and remind everyone, when you watch all of the videos, when you watch anything that he did, even afterwards, our response was we were so broken that we fell at the feet of Christ. Like, we fell at the feet of God. Like, we had nothing else in us. So we gave, we accepted Charlie, like, God, you've got Charlie. While we heal, this is what we're going to do. We're going to respond with peace and prayer and worship. And that is so important to do. Violence is just, it only makes things worse, and we've seen it happen in the past, but this is not what happened. If anything, we responded with love. So that is so important to recognize, and you absolutely hear it when you go back and watch the full video. I mean, the entire place stands up and cheers. So that's point number one. Point number two is a second part, and it's towards the end, where she makes a very vulnerable moment for herself. This is not just a man that we appreciated who spoke up against, political views that we may have agreed on, a man that spoke for God. This is also a father and a husband and a friend. So mind you that Erica is very much grieving in this probably far more than we are, and there's a part of it that I think all of us need to watch, and it definitely hit me. So when I first watched it, it definitely, let's take a look.
That young man, on the cross, our Savior said, "Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do." That man, that young man, I forgive him.
Father, forgive him, for he does not know. That I honestly did not know how to respond to that when I watched it. I legitimately just I broke at that. If I am being honest, I absolutely broke at that. Father, forgive him. And I realized that I had not forgiven that man. I had not forgiven that boy. And I'm just thinking, okay, we sought out justice. We got this situated, but there is just constant news. There's always something new like coming up with, with Robinson. And I'm just thinking, I am still, I still feel that grief, flow over me every now and then. And I'm just thinking, I don't think I have forgiven him. So for her to get up on that stage and say she has forgiven him, that is very powerful. So guys, take this moment to recognize that it was more than just a speech for her, guys. This was her way of literally pouring out her heart for all of us, and also for Charlie. Like she knows. She's like, Charlie, I know you're hearing me. I'm gonna do what I guarantee you probably would have told me to do, and that is forgive him. And I also know God would have. This is what God has told us to do, and it is so hard. I mean, and it's really, when you watch it, like she's clenching, she's like got her hands gripped, and she, closes her. It's like, I forgive him. It is so hard, but it is so powerful. So I definitely urge anyone else that is having a struggle during this time, guys, forgiveness is a powerful thing. But overall, the service was absolutely beautiful. It could not have gone any better. President Trump spoke. What an amazing man. He made me laugh, and I absolutely loved what he said. He talks about how, he spoke on how when Charlie Kirk spoke and whenever students would come up, and debate him, that he was very gracious. He did not hate his opponent. And Trump actually says, I am the opposite. I absolutely hate my opponent. I do not want them to win. So it was really refreshing to get some laughter in there, because when you're going from one person to another and you do feel that grieve, it is very uplifting, just to kind of get a laugh in every now and then. So your heart kind of is like, I can breathe again, or I can laugh. The whole thing is 9 hours worth of a remembrance of a historical day that was absolutely a tragedy. So it's so thank you. It's important that he did that. So thank you, President Trump, for being there and supporting Turning Point and speaking. And Erica, we love you. And Turning Point, we're standing by you. And we miss you, Charlie. But we know you're in heaven. So. You're in a better place. But guys, like I said, don't ever give up. Keep being bold, keep being loud. And if you have not already joined the challenge, Turning Point, not over yet, guys, this is the turning point. So I love you, and I will see you next time.